Mas yehas nutrition, nature's medicine. The power of fermented foods, the missing link in modern health. Introduction. Long before laboratories, hospitals, antibiotics, and supplements existed, human beings survived, thrived, and lived resilient lives. They faced infections, scarcity, environmental stress, and physical hardship, yet chronic lifestyle diseases were rare. What did they have that we have lost? One powerful answer is fermented foods. Fermentation is not a trend. It is not a dietary experiment. It is one of the oldest biological partnerships between humans and microbes. A partnership that shaped digestion, immunity, metabolism, brain health, and longevity. Modern science now confirms what traditional cultures across the world always knew. When fermentation disappears from the diet, disease enters. When fermented foods return, health begins to restore. This lecture explores why fermented foods are so powerful, how they heal the body from within, and why they are urgently needed in today's world of metabolic disease, inflammation, and immune dysfunction. Part 1. What is fermentation and why is it biologically important? Fermentation is a natural process where beneficial microorganisms, bacteria, and yeasts transform food. During fermentation, sugars are broken down, proteins are predigested, anti-nutrients are neutralized, vitamins are synthesized, enzymes are produced, probiotics multiply, bioactive compounds emerge. Fermented foods are not just preserved foods, they are biologically upgraded foods. Examples across cultures: yogurt, curd, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, fermented bamboo shoots, Hawaii char, angari, natto, tempeh, kombucha, fermented pickles. Every traditional culture had fermented foods. None were optional. The Part 2. The microbiome, the real organ. We forgot, the human gut contains 100 trillion microbes, more genes than the human genome, 70% of the immune system, direct communication with the brain. This microbiome regulates digestion, controls immunity, modulates inflammation, influences mood and behavior, controls metabolism, determines disease risk. Fermented foods are the natural architects of a healthy microbiome. Without fermented foods, gut diversity collapses. Part 3. Fermented foods and gut health, the foundation of all healing. Fermented foods restore gut health through probiotics, live beneficial bacteria that recolonize the gut. Pre-digested nutrients, easier absorption, less digestive burden. Enzymes, improve digestion of protein, fat, and carbohydrates. Short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, such as butyrate, the main fuel for colon cells. Gut barrier repair, reduces leaky gut and toxin absorption. This leads to reduced bloating, improved bowel movement, better nutrient absorption, reduced acidity, improved energy. A healthy gut is not built by pills. It is built by fermented foods. Part 4. Fermented foods and chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is the root of diabetes, heart disease, autoimmune disorders, arthritis, fatty liver, neurodegeneration, cancer risk. Fermented foods reduce inflammation by lowering inflammatory cytokines, IL-6, TNF-alpha, improving gut barrier function, reducing endotoxin, LPS leakage, modulating immune response, enhancing antioxidant capacity. Fermented foods act as natural anti-inflammatory medicine. Part 5. Fermented foods and metabolic diseases. Metabolic diseases are diseases of gut hormone immune imbalance. Fermented foods help by improving insulin sensitivity, reducing insulin resistance, improving glucose control, reducing fat accumulation, lowering triglycerides, improving HDL. People who regularly consume fermented foods show lower obesity rates, lower diabetes risk, better lipid profiles, reduced fatty liver. Fermentation heals metabolism from the inside out. The Part 6. Fermented foods and brain health. The gut-brain axis. The gut and brain communicate constantly. Fermented foods increase serotonin production, reduce anxiety and depression, improve sleep quality, reduce brain inflammation, improve cognitive function. This is why traditional cultures instinctively used fermented foods during stress, illness, postpartum recovery, mental fatigue. A calm gut creates a calm mind. Part 7. Fermented foods and immunity. 70% of immunity resides in the gut. Fermented foods strengthen gut-associated lymphoid tissue, GALT, increase IgA antibodies, improve antiviral and antibacterial defense, reduce autoimmune overreaction, shorten infection recovery time. People who eat fermented foods fall sick less often and recover faster. Part 8. Fermentation creates nutrients. Fermentation naturally produces vitamin B12, vitamin K2, B-complex vitamins, bioactive peptides, amino acids, antioxidants. Many nutrient deficiencies exist not because food lacks nutrients, but because digestion and absorption are poor. Fermentation solves this naturally. The Part 9. Why modern diets failed. Modern diets are sterile, ultra-processed, preserved with chemicals, lacking live microbes, hostile to gut bacteria, antibiotics, pesticides, EMFs, stress, poor sleep, all destroy the microbiome. Fermented foods are no longer optional. They are essential for survival in the modern environment. Part 10. How to use fermented foods. Safely start small, 1 to 2 tablespoons daily. Use variety. Different microbes feed different needs. Use traditionally prepared foods. Avoid pasteurized, fake fermented products. Be cautious if severe immunosuppression, advanced kidney disease, salt content, histamine intolerance. Introduce slowly. Conclusion. Fermented foods are not a luxury. They are not an alternative trend. They are a biological necessity. They represent the intelligence of nature, the wisdom of tradition, and the missing piece in modern nutrition. In every spoon of fermented food, there is microbial intelligence, digestive healing, immune resilience, anti-inflammatory power, metabolic balance, brain nourishment. Modern diseases are not just diseases of excess. They are diseases of absence. And one of the greatest absences in modern diets is fermentation. If you want to heal the gut, add fermented foods. If you want to calm inflammation, add fermented foods. If you want to restore metabolism, add fermented foods. If you want resilient immunity, add fermented foods. Fermented foods are not just food. They are living medicine. They are nature's original probiotics. They are the bridge between tradition and science. Holistic Wellness Foundation. IMFAL. Healing Beyond Boundaries.